play it for you one more time, then I'll play you the other one, just to give you an idea of how much danger he was actually put in. The sad part is it wasn't even just the player that pushed him. There was somebody else who came in from Ohio State and pushes the guy. He doesn't have any pads on or anything like that. So it's important that we outlaw that. Let me just show you the clip of Jack Sawyer, and then we'll get into more reaction of the rivalry. But this is how angry he was. And for good reason, because again, I've been there. I've lost to my rivals for 3 years in a row when I was in high school. It is a shitty feeling. All right.
These guys, where's the flag on the field? Fuck you.
So that just gives you an idea of how angry he was and how much danger you actually put your staff in when you decide to plant flags and, stick the knife, twist the knife and stick it up your opponent's ass and all that. And this actually started, I remember the first time I actually saw it in college football was with Baker Mayfield. All right. And if you recall that year, Baker Mayfield, they planted a flag. Ironically, it was against Ohio State. And this is when Baker Mayfield was at Oklahoma. And he did that. He planted the flag. And I was just like Kirk Herbstreit, and I believe, I can't even remember the guy Kirk Herbstreit calls the games with at the moment. I think it's Brent. I can't remember right now, but I remember Kirk Herbstreit because I read Kirk Herbstreit's book, and Kirk Herbstreit is a Ohio State, like that's his school. he has his heart bleeds that scarlet and that red. He played there, his captain there, his whole family has gone through Ohio State. When you saw Baker Mayfield do it, you felt it in the broadcast where he took offense to it. And even though he had a job to do, it was one of those things where he wanted to jump. You could feel it as you were watching it because it felt like he wanted to jump out of the broadcast booth and go whoop Baker Mayfield's ass because you're showing a lot of disrespect. You showed a lot of disrespect when you decide to go and plant a flag on somebody's logo like that, and the where they practice, where they perform, all that kind of stuff. And then if you remember too, that year was the year in which Oklahoma went to the Rose Bowl. They lost in the semifinals to Georgia. And the iconic moment after that game was when you had the DN from Georgia. They just beat Oklahoma's ass, and then the Georgia DN is yelling at Baker Mayfield at the end, "Hey, humble yourself.